And so, you begin taking steps on outside the entrance where this mysterious criminal is evaded to. You see 3 smoke clouds. The Mikos are kind of running and trying to flee inside.
Oh no.
As on each roof, the roof to your left and the roof to your right on the way out, and also the roof immediately above you, stand 3 shadowy figures. The familiar voice of the man that just attacked you kind of rings through. Oh, coming out, I see. He stands at the top. The voice coming from immediately above you. He, again, emerges out from the shadow for a moment. Oh. Coming to challenge the Ladybug Corps? We'll see how you last from that. He steps out, removing himself from the shadow and appearing again on the top, standing dramatically on the edge of this wooden pillar. I am... Again, for those who are unaware, I'm Tentomushi, the Ladybug Ninja. He points his finger over in this way, and another person steps out. Their shadow there. I am Akiha, the Ladybug Ninja's right arm. And as she says this, another individual appears from the cloud, stepping outwards. And the cloud fades, drifting up. As she stands, also in gaudy red. And finally, over here, sitting over there, emerging from the smoke, a final soldier. And I'm Shino. He stops, stepping out. He looks,
Hi, Shino.
That feel with no GF.
I'm his left hand or something.
Hi, Shino.
Hi, Shino.
Well, goodness. It's arms all the way down.
Don't ladybugs have 6 legs?
No arms.
What?
Yeah.
He stands. I'll keep that one in mind. But for now, all you need to know is that I'm here to kill you for the Squid God, he says, clutching a wound.
Wait, so you're one of the arms of the Squid God?
Very, very true, I am.
What about them? Are they arms of arms?
They're my arms.
So they're like
They
fingers?
I guess so.
Ladybugs don't have
Squids
fingers.
don't have fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have arms either.
Your use of metaphor is clumsy at best.
Clumsy? Clumsy indeed. Clumsy be, clumsy do. I'm a clumsy boy. The ladybug who will kill you, he says, balancing a knife on his hand.
Okay, now I'm just confused.
Oh, just wait until I get up there.
Does my vernacular confuse you? Do the noble courts not teach you fine poetry? Oh, but perhaps the Ladybug Corps is not only an assassinator of people, but an assassin of wit! If you're looking around, you notice that the other two are kind of like, It seems like they also took a point of damage.
So, we're gonna fight you now. I'm gonna... Wait, hold on. Can I have my sword?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Thank you. She picks up the sword and walks back over, looks up at the ladybug assassin. I wanna find out why you're here, but I get the feeling you're going to keep talking using those words instead of better ones if I let you. So, she draws her sword. I think it's time to stop.
My spotted words scarier than my spotted coat? Perhaps. You should be scared of my spotted sword techniques as well.
You look like a mushroom I ate once and got sick.
You look like an asshole.
Also language. Sho looks over at the Mikos.
Yes, fighting. Yes, okay, let's get to it. He kind of raises something out of his hands. Besides, you're exactly where I want you to be, after all. The moment he says that, you hear the movement of metal. As suddenly, something materializes.
Oh! Show's gonna walk over to Junia. Okay? Lob me.
Oh, I'm way ahead of you. I think he sets the parasol down. Just stop him before he says any more of that inane nonsense. It is assaulting my ears.
Show's like, okay, yeah, before he can say anything else. She jumps on the umbrella, flies at this person. She flies bodily into this guy, gets up close, and finally realizes, wait, what the hell are you wearing? And just potato sacks into him.
You hit him and he releases an unpleasant sound as you knock him back a bit.
She rolls down the side of this.
Yeah, he rolls down the other side. As he rolls down, his turn comes up, and he kind of like gets his bearing, and then he pulls out all of his kunai knives and leaps up off the building and throws them. And you notice the two compatriots he has on either roof also throw them.
Yeah, so he starts spinning the umbrella to create a vortex to deflect the knives from main guy. Sorry, what's his name again?
Tentomushi.
And then realizes knives are coming from other directions. So he leaps into Hideo and Buru's arms so that they can start spinning him as he starts spinning the umbrella, creating a vortex in every direction to blow all the knives away.
Oh, you swirl in this whirlpool of air and completely knock away all of these kunai, and
The whirlpool technique.
the whirlpool technique. The lily pads shake a bit. You notice that this guy was locked in red, and the moment you do that, as a part of it, he goes colorless for the rest of this round.
Ooh, perfect.
As this is deflected away.
You okay?
Buru stops, he's like wobbling and gives a little punch to the shoulder. Nice!
The punch knocks him over. He's so
Oh, God.
off balance. Oh, I'm fine.
Oh my goodness.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you lucky bastard!
I mean, you could definitely make a leaping attack onto the lily pads.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll sit there and say, haha, you fool! That lily pad's weight won't support you! I say, jumping across the other lily pads.
the far smaller ones.
Okay, he cannot defend, so it will take that.
Bonk.
Alright, you go down and you slice him. The coat getting cut into, spraying black blood across the area around. Let me mark that down for him. He's just like, oh! Oh! He stumbles back and falls inside into the water, a noxious cloud forming where he was left as the blood puffs out and turns in from liquid to gas in the area around you both.
Ew.
You lose sight of him in there, and once the gas fades, you find he has been... He's paddling over here.
He's just running.
He's paddling. Akiha! She goes over and lowers down like a rope and pulls him up. And then he stands there. He moves a bit up so he can stand on this like wooden ledge thing. And then he waits one moment, staring at the general crowd, and then think, well, let us retreat for now. He runs away. Yes, boss.
What? That's it?
The guy over here notices they're retreating and just kind of like runs back as well. Okay.
Alright, see you later.
Alright, your turn.
So it's Baru?
Yep, Buru.
Junior,
Yeah.
do you trust me?
My mind is too addled to say otherwise. Do as you will.
All right. Buru picks you up, and he's gonna start sprinting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then with all of his might, throw you like a javelin.
At the top of the bridge with all of your might, you can do that.
Yeah. Well, that's a question for you, Aram. You should have some say in this attack. Do you want to go after Shino or actually
Now,
one
he
of
just
these
seems
two?
like a guy who doesn't even want to be here, so no, I'm fine leaving him be.
Big mood.
Oh my god.
Zoom.
Yeah, no. Just choo choo choo.
Okay, well, that hits, so he torpedoes over and impacts the guy in the back. Ow! Oh! And you're then left on top of there as he stumbles. He begins rolling down again, and Agaya moves to
Pretty
catch
sure
him and stand him
Junya
on the
does
top.
as well.
Oh gosh. She moves to catch you as well, and then realizes, what? And then she lets you go.
Oh, my hero. Oh!
You could try to resist falling off of there, or just take a damage to fall off.
Yeah, I think Junya will resist. He will, as he rolls towards the edge of the roof, he will lash up with his parasol, and this one has a hooked handle, so he's just gonna try to slam that onto the edge and dangle from it instead of falling.
Oh, the hanging scaly boy! Look at you! My goodness. A capital man hanging off a roof like a proper urchin! It truly suits you, you know. Let me see. He kind of leans forward and just kind of looks at you hanging there. That umbrella looks awful, though. Perhaps you should get a stick. I think it suits your homely means more.
Oh, it's so bright.
I would like to defend and retort. Ha! Otherwise, you might have gotten under my scaly skin. But you forget yourself, sir! For this is the home of the one who taught me that being an urchin is rather neat. And I succeed.
He like recoils a bit. Ugh. How terrible! You're a terrible man. I cannot deal with you. He backs up slightly. Agiha kicks your handle and makes you drop.
Oh, bitch.
Junya rises from the pond. I'm gonna lock yellow.
Mm-hmm.
So, Junya's going to take out a new parasol. One might even say the perfect parasol for this occasion. He takes out one that has a telescoping handle that he uses. He fires it up and basically uses it as a grappling hook. It goes chick, 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 reaches up to the roof, hooks into it, and he flips himself up into the air around, and then pulls the handle up and in midair swings this giant handle around like a golf club to strike the ninja and send him hurtling back towards the rest of the group.
Ah.
Oh, fantastic.
I'll use yellow because along a shared path, this is to set up for my allies.
I see, yeah. And that clashes with his yellow then. So in his clash, how he's clashing, he was going to try to throw you off by shit-talking. So he's like, oh, would you look? Another garish umbrella for a shitty bird. I thought you were a lineage of snake kappa, whatever the hell makes your scales work. But it seems you're just a dainty bird, not fit for the... You spin around and kick him in the face. Ah! And he goes flying.
Yeah, he gets through several words of that and just donk. What?
He stumbles back and slams his head against the bridge. So, yeah, he goes flying. Which direction does he go flying? How do you set him up?
I think Well, you threw him into the bridge. That's generally the right direction. He just wants to put him closer to being in range of the rest of the party. So just as far as he can get him northeast.
All right. He flips up again, and goodness! He kind of stumbles onto the bridge. Agihashino! They approach, moving up and kind of hopping off and trying to rush to his aid. They kind of stand half on the bridges as well as they move, and then he's going to switch over, and well, actually, he's gonna stay in his color. Go! Attack the big, hairy beast in front of me! Goodness, my friend! Oh, a lowly criminal such as yourself coming to fight me? No! Assassins have more honor than ex-bandits! Goodness! He just starts berating you about your life and what he knows about you while these two guys attempt to attack you.
Oh.
So, yeah, you, end up getting pushed back by this individual who knows a surprising bit about you. He actually keeps talking more and more about you, your life, and where you've come from. He's done his research, and he knows where to jab you to make you mad. And while you're doing that, you're having to deal with these two other people who are throwing knives at you and trying to stab at you with small swords. So they end up getting a few blows in as you're kind of distracted, dodging, and getting attacked. So either if that was a physical attack or a mental attack, you're kind of thrown off a bit.
Yeah, so, actually, you know what Buru's gonna do? He's gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. Line up, because with momentum, I can start doing knockback shit.
Fantastic.
Basically, I'm just gonna try and smash this guy as hard as I can with the Tetsubo to knock him over the bridge back to the other two.
She hits down there and splashes into the pool, disturbing the lily pads as she just almost seems to just lose her breath for a second before she paddles up, breathing heavily. He flips up. Ooh, pretty pistachable. He's kind of moves around, shifting on both of his feet. He's moving in this kind of mocking gesture, but then he kind of crunches down a bit. Come on! Toro, come at me! He, shakes around.
That
his
is just racist.
He switches. You notice that he kind of gets ready for you. Something seems to change about his stance and the way he looks.
Oh.
And, Shino jumps off the bridge.
He's locked in the space color.
Shino jumps off to retrieve Agia and takes her out of the water and puts her there, and that's it. He seems to finish, and Buru, as you're Infurious getting ready to go at him, he kind of puts his foot against the slightly arced bridge and moves over to give you a punch. He seems to go in, and with an actual, furious punch, he moves forward. His arms seem to twitch, and his kind of thin, twig-like body suddenly flexes slightly, and he pushes into you as something moves within his skin. Punched straight into the gut with an intense strength, like a punch you would throw.
I didn't expect that from a little fella like you.
Oh, the ink blessing just makes me even better than you. I don't look ugly either. I look beautiful and strong.
Is that why you're wearing a mask?
He is very silent. His eyes go serious. He's very sensitive about that mask. He takes 1 emotional damage. While fighting you, he slips out 2 more of these, blades of his, and he begins cutting at you with small knives, yet the force of these impacts as he goes in are much stronger than they would first appear. He starts pushing in, knives clashing against your Tetsubo. You block a few of them, but with 2 weapons, he's swinging in with such speed that you're inevitably cut. This is dangerous, though. The knife that you block with your Tetsubo, it chips into the whole metal thing. The strength of which he is causing to thrust into there is actually chipping into the metal rod you have. He seems to break a knife, pulls out another one, and tosses one into your side as he keeps this continual assault. This annoying bug continued chipping at you and slicing at you as he actually manages to push you back a bit, blood spilling on the bricks below you.
Buru is going to try and bear hug this guy, run with him as far as he can, and just slam him like a nail into the bridge and try and get him stuck.
You attempt to grab him, and like a greasy pile of just oil, he slips out, moving, like, kind of trying to slide out from underneath you. You go in for the hug, but again, he manages to kind of dodge back just slightly. As he does that, looks over to the other two. Come on, support me! Agia is choking on water, and Shio's like... He goes over and pulls out a knife and tries to jam it in his side as a distraction for him to go back in for another fury of knife blows. Oh, look at me, beating such a big bandit! Where have you gone? What happened to your strength, Buru? Could even the ladybug be squishing a bull? The world's upside down, tipsy-turvy! He, starts dancing around basically with his knives, tossing one last into you as he drops back again, blood spilling down on the floor. As he steps back, Shino is concerned being the one left in melee range, but that's the end of their turn. It's a player turn now.
Okay, anybody got anything?
Yeah, I was gonna, like, jump up on the rails and run towards it, and try to get a slash in.
Okay.
While he's paying attention to all that shit that's going on over there.
He instinctively, his body moving super reflexively, almost dodges, but you by the time you realized you were behind him, even then he wasn't able to dodge quick enough as a sword cuts into his back.
Nothing personnel, pal.
Oh.
Buru, while that guy's recoiling from the strike, Buru's probably like on one knee. He grips behind with his Tetsubo and just swipes at the guy's legs, just trying to just knock his ass down a little bit.
As he falls backwards, attempts to regain his balance after being stabbed, he gets sweeped out and his back hits the brick. Ooh! And as that happens, the blood soaking up from his body, a similar effect. Hideo, you saw this previously when you stabbed him. A burst of, again, a cloud of inkiness just kind of spreads out on the floor, and then pops up into a gas, spreading around. Okay, well, he's blocked in every direction, which means... Alright. He attempts to flee out. The smoke clears, and you notice he's already leaping on lily pads as he says, "Oh, hello!" And he hops past and lands over here. He turns around, and he looks at Sho, and he has no color for the rest of this, so he just kind of... What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? He hops in the water and tries to disappear underneath it.
Sho's gonna try to track him down. She's swimming through the water. I'm gonna try to sense where he might have gone, since he just and hopped down in the water.
Yeah.
And as established previously, I am used to swimming through these pools.
Yes, you are. Is it time? The whirlpool technique?
Hopefully so.
Alright, well, he is kind of in that area. You're locked in right now with your specific, logic and
insight,
kind of thing. So,
exactly.
Insight. So you can insight that, yeah, he just moved that full distance. You don't actually need to look for him because his ink that's still leaking from the wounds is coming out as a liquid, trail that you can follow. He's only moved about to here.
Yay! Okay, so Sho,
it finally
forming
comes full circle.
Yeah, no. Sho, leaps, Sho spins around really fast, ideally splashing this guy in the eyes. It's very important that you open with that with whirlpool technique. And, during the opening, she places her foot on the bottom, finally tall enough to reach, grips her sword and just swings in, trying to divide this guy in half.
Finally tall enough to reach. That's what we call character development, ladies and gentlemen.
So he gets sliced, you feel the sword impact, and he kind of flees like a fish out onto the lily pad, and bleeding, again, the wound from there as he steps out, the water that pooled there and reached the surface, and the extra coming out of the wound. Again, a small pool of smoke appears, and then spreads outwards, as he, once more, will attempt to flee you.
Sho comes up incredibly proud of herself and then just gets him out.
Yeah. He hops back. And he kind of falls on his knees a bit on this last lily pad with shakes, some water spilled into it. He races up, a knife and attempts to just kind of like hold it. He actually starts dumping out multiple knives.
No one move, or I'll cut my own throat.
He reaches in and collects a pool of knives and prepares to throw it. Akiha is currently endangered, and Shino is inside the radius, so they can't assist, which means that it's only like that. A little radius, DC 10 appears on that spot, and
Is he gonna kill Shino too?
Shino's like, "Oh, boss, whoa!" Shino just backs up and trying to like pulls himself back.
Okay.
Only Junior's left.
Junior,
So-
you notice he's about to attack your friend.
Yeah, Buru's doing really bad.
Yeah, Buru is in some poo-roo right now. Junya is going to, so red is what clashes with this, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think Junya is going to, I'm gonna lock red, and, using the periscoping parasol, Junya gets a running start. He's going to slam it into the ground from up here and pole vault himself. Alright, he's gonna pole vault himself and then kind of whip it up in the air so that the actual umbrella part is in the air so that he can glide and land exactly on Buru's shoulders, ready to deflect the incoming barrage of knives.
hitting him with that peach up B on the
Exactly.
All right. Well, with that, top of the next turn, he gets his color back, and he goes predictably red.
Junya will stay on red. He's defending with this, red being his beauty stat, because Buru's calm, approachable demeanor is his greatest charming strength, and seeing him actually get riled up after he's been fighting this guy, he's like, no, I must protect the gentle Buru that I've come to love. I must shield him from emotional turmoil.
Okay, so you pull up your umbrella and use it to kind of block. And Buru, you kind of hold on to Junya and then just kind of like arc yourself and hold firm, and then continuing, you prepare to you kind of like move in place a bit, trying to keep your momentum solid and preparing for the immediate follow-up to this. And yeah, all of the kunai get deflected. And his color is drained.
Can we dual tech, Will?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
I have an idea. Okay, so Buru's like down on one knee. He's like limited mobility right now, but I'm thinking he can raise up his giant fucking spiked club, just hold it out towards this guy, and Junya can use his periscope parasol to vaudeville cane him from over here and just yank him into your club.
Oh, God.
Yanks him by the neck. I'm afraid I'm going to have to break that ugly mouth of yours.
He slips out a small sword in his pocket and reaches down to attempt to stab at you as you approach. But anyways, describe what happens as he attempts to move against you.
Yeah, so Junya whips the parasol around, flips it back over to extend the long end towards him, and gets him with the hooked end right around the neck, pulling him towards Buru's club like a super speed vaudeville cane. And because he's got him by the neck, this man is hurtling towards its spiked end face first.
Oof.
Let's see what's under that mask.
You pull him in, and his head goes straight into it. You actually push the Tetsubo forward, and it crashes against his chin. And you can see and feel as his chin is broken and the bones break. It has become a bag of bones and broken skin as you push him and break his jaw. Combining that damage, he has been defeated as he hits the dirt and kind of slumps and makes mumbling noises.